Hey everyone, Nigel here. So, you can probably tell right off the bat that things are a little different today. The room lights are on. There's about 30-ish minutes missing from the average runtime of this video compared to our usual Thursday videos, and I'm looking incredibly rushed and disheveled. The reason for this is that this is not the video we plan to release today. Now, I know what many of you are probably thinking, and no, we didn't get screwed over by YouTube this time, although that has been happening a lot recently. The truth is simultaneously a lot more interesting and a lot more frustrating. Allow me to explain. So, we did have an entire new video ready for you all today. It's about the case of a 23-year-old woman named Karen Slover, who vanished under incredibly strange circumstances in the fall of 1996. She was later found dead in an equally strange and disturbing turn of events, and the whole thing captured a lot of media attention at the time. Now, when we finished writing and filming this video last week, I felt really good about how it turned out. It was actually the longest script on a single case that we've ever done, and I did a ton of research to make sure that everything that we covered was as accurate as possible, especially because this one had quite a few twists and turns, as well as a lot of moving pieces to explain. Unfortunately, Luke and I no longer feel comfortable releasing the video as it currently stands. That's because, as of just a few days ago, the Karen Slover case has been reopened. Now, when we wrote the script, we knew this was a possibility since it had been widely publicized for years that the Illinois Innocence Project was working on behalf of the people who had been convicted. However, the last update available about that was in 2014, 10 years ago. As a result, we thought it was safe to go forward. Then, literally the day after we finished writing and filming, it was announced that the case was being reopened. Needless to say, the timing is pretty insane. Understandably, we don't have a whole lot of information about what's going on with the case right now, other than that the Illinois Innocence Project claims that they have exculpatory evidence that implicates 3 new suspects. If true, that would mean that pretty much everything we thought we knew when we made our video was wrong. In fairness to us, we did try to address some of these potential issues in our video with the information that was available, but we just don't feel like that's enough to give the video a pass. So, yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of where we're at. If possible, we'd still like to release some version of the video in the future, because we do think the Karen Slover case deserves to be covered. But until we at least have some idea about the validity of this new potential evidence, we're going to hold off. At the time that I'm filming this, it's about 3 hours before we plan to release the original video, so to say this whole thing was a massive rush would be the understatement of the century. However, we wanted to make something a little more in-depth than a simple YouTube community post, both to let you know what was going on and for the sake of full disclosure. I'm really kind of crushed about how all this turned out because, as I mentioned, we worked really hard on this one. But at the same time, I kind of feel like a jerk for even saying that, because at the end of the day, this really should not be about me. On the one hand, there are potentially people who have been wrongfully imprisoned for over 2 decades at this point, and even if it turns out that this is nothing, I can't imagine how hard all of this will be for the friends and family members of Karen Slover, to have all of this dug up for what's probably the millionth time. Anyway, I hope you all understand where we're coming from here and why we made the decision that we did. We're working on new cases as we speak, and we should be back with a new long form next week. Until then, thanks for watching, and take care.